Hi guys, this is Cam Logan. If you've been keeping up with my channel, you know I just did a Sonlight unboxing of Core B. Well, last year we used Core A, so now I'm doing, I guess, a reboxing. I'm going through all my Core A things that I'm going to put away for my youngest two kids, and they will use all of this again in 2 years. And this was one of the reasons why I chose Sonlight, was because I can reuse everything with my other kids. So it's been through 2, and hopefully it'll make it through 2 more. So here we go. I'm just going to go through everything really quick here. So this is the instructor's guide, and it's in this wonderful big huge binder that I bought from Sonlight. And when I bought my Core this year, I didn't buy the large binder again because I discovered I liked everything better in smaller binders. So I separated it out into quarters, or in half a year, or like 3 weeks at a time, and it just worked out better for me that way. So as I am purchasing more Cores and doing them with my kids, I'm not buying this big binder again because I just like it smaller. So there's no sense in spending the money, although the dividers were incredibly helpful, and I'm reusing those again. So if you are not familiar with Sonlight, I will say I love the instructor's guide. I mean, I absolutely love the instructor's guide. It is so... it's just laid out for you. I've used a few different instructor's guides before, and I've taught at different levels before. I've taught kindergarten before, I've taught college-age students before, where I've made the instructor's guide. But with this, it couldn't be simpler. It tells you exactly what you need to do every single day, and there's flexibility within there too. So, love the instructor's guide. I don't think the big binder's needed. So there's that. Alright, so let's dig into the box. I loved this book, and it breaks my heart to box it away, but I know if I don't, I'm going to lose it. So I will look forward to seeing this one again in 2 years. This is a James Herriot book. I'll put the link down in the doobly-doo. This was one I had growing up, and I absolutely loved it. My kids love it. It's such beautiful illustrations, such wonderful stories, and oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Okay, so this was a favorite book of ours this year. We've got Johnny Appleseed. This book was well loved. This we used throughout the entire year, and the kids just loved the little poems in there. The llama poem book, Llama That Had No Pajamas, they loved that one too. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. We actually have another copy of this, so it doesn't hurt my feelings to put it back. Cat in the Hat, great, great easy reader books here. I might actually keep these out and read them to my kids, one more time today before we put them back. Best Tricks, sweet little book. Little Bear, gotta love him. Put Me in a Zoo. My daughter actually got a copy of this. She was in the hospital. She, complications from the stomach flu. And they were so sweet in the children's ward because she got a book and a stuffed animal. And a copy of this was actually her book. So we have another copy of this, which is very nice. And Boxcar Kids was one of their favorites, which was really... I was delighted to find out what books they really liked. They really liked the Boxcar Kids. Here's a Penny was another great one. Dr. Dolittle, my oldest, Ivy, and she's coming up here to watch me go through these books again. It's like, where are these books going, Mom? But did you like Dr. Dolittle? Yeah. Yeah, you like that one. Dolphin Adventure, this one was another fun one. Yeah, I know you liked that one. That's a fun one. You gotta love Little House in the Big Woods. Oh, this one was great. You liked that one too?
I'll put this away from the water.
Oh, thank you for putting that away. What did you think of No Children, No Pets?
Good.
Good. Which one was your favorite book that we read? Did you have a favorite book?
Yeah, the Boxcar.
The Boxcar Kids was your favorite?
Yeah.
Did you know there's more Boxcar Kid books?
No.
Yeah, we'll have to get some from the library, so... Yeah, we'll put this one away, but we'll get more from the library. Okay, Mommy wants to finish her video, alright?
Okay, can I get Boxcar Kids after you're done with the video?
Okay. Alright, so those are all of those. This was one of my favorite books, In Grandma's Attic, and I actually realized it was kind of exciting. You can hear my children downstairs. We'll see how much of this video I get done. Guys, I need you to be quiet. So in Grandma's Attic, I actually realized on my shelf I had the sequel to this book, and I didn't even realize we owned it. It was just one I picked up from a thrift store, and after I read this book, I realized I had the other one on my shelf, and so I read that one too, and it was just delightful stories. So, love that book. I will put the links to my favorite, like I'll pick my top 5 favorite books, and then the kids, I'll put their favorite books that we read this past year in the links in the doobly-doo, so you guys can see, you know, what we really enjoyed, but all of it was delightful. Beezus and Ramona, this was a favorite of my second daughter, Felicity, and I think they really related to this one because it's the little sibling that's annoying, and my children, I guess, really related to that. 20 and 10, this was the one book that we did not read at all. What you getting into? She's as happy as a lark in her playpen. Those are happy squeals. She's safe over there. This was the one book in all of them that we didn't read. And the reason why was because when it came up in the curriculum, my father-in-law passed away, so their pa passed away, and this book takes place during the German occupation in France. And, I mean, it's a children's book, so it's not super scary or super intense, but I just did not want to do something negative, that negative and that sad, and I didn't want to deal with the content in this book, even though it's mild, it's very mild. I didn't want to deal with that because their grandpa just died, so I just put that one aside, and that's actually when we read then, as an alternative, we read the sequel to this one that I had in my own collection, and that worked out fine. So, 5-2 Dog Stories, so fun. This one, I was really surprised. The Light at Turn Rock. I had never heard of this book before, and it's a Newbery Award honor winner, so I never read it. And it's a great story. They're at a lighthouse, and my mother used to live in a lighthouse. My grandpa was a lighthouse keeper, so I'm so surprised that I had never come across that one. And that one was fun to read with the kids because their great-grandpa was a lighthouse keeper, and their grandma lived in a lighthouse, so it was exciting. Please and Thank You book, great little manners book. Wasn't in love with these books. These were the readers that helped teach phonics. I didn't love these, but they're good. They do what they're supposed to do. They're not the most fun stories in the world. We worked a lot with phonics on starful.com on the website. We had a membership there, and teachyourmonstertoread.com was really how I taught them phonics, because I think that was more fun and engaging, and then this was a supplement. So Ivy, I need you to go downstairs, okay? Thank you. We will look at the books in a minute, okay? Thank you. This is apparently more interesting than their TV time today. Winnie the Pooh, gotta love this one. And it was so delightful because we got to watch the movie afterwards. A Grain of Rice, nice book. Mary on Horseback, this was one at the very beginning of the year. Not one of their favorites, but a nice historical piece. Ping, a nice little sweet picture book. I liked this book. Again, another Newbery Honor book that I had never read, so that was kind of a delightful one. Dolphin Treasure, sequel to a dolphin story. Yes. I think she's nervous that these books might be going away.
No.
Big Ball of String, fun. Fly Went By, the kids were reading that. It was great. Balto, we did not read this one. This was one of the last books that we did, and we just got occupied with other things, and we have not read this one. So before I box it up, we have to read this one. Put that over there. This is such a great book, and when I say I'm boxing this stuff up, I am keeping it all together, but I'm keeping it accessible. So if I want to crack into it and get this children's encyclopedia out, I can. But all my books are together, and they're not mixed in with my books on the shelf, which is my big thing. So I say I'm boxing it up, but I'm not putting it away completely because there's so many treasures in here. I just want to keep them together because I need to keep them together for 2 years. Honey, shh. I need to keep them together for 2 years until my son's ready for these. So, all right, Curious George. They love Curious George. I've got a lot of those books on my Kindle, so that's good. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. We have other copies of that one. The 100 dresses. Oh, this was such a delightful little story, and it was so sweet, and does not have the ending that you would expect. Another Newbery Honor book. Really great book. Their grandma read them part of that book, and they really enjoyed that. Wild Place is delightful. This is another Usborne book. Golly, I'm debating about becoming an Usborne salesperson just because. Yes, we finished this book. You can look at the pictures if you want. All my asides to my children. But just delightful pictures. Delightful. Just such a great book here. Least of all. Hi. Oh, now I remember this one. This was one with a sweet, sweet little story too. So, all these great books. So, I guess this is my reboxing of Core A. So we'll put this where I know the books are, and the kids can't get them, but I can get into them if I want to look into any of these. Quite frankly, we're going to be really busy with Core B this next year, so it'll be exciting to get into these again in 2 years and redo all of this again. But this is Core A. If you haven't checked out my Core B video, you can go ahead and do that. I know Sonlight's a little bit more expensive, but hopefully these videos can help you make the choice. And also, I get to reuse these 4 times. So my 2 oldest girls are very close in age, so they're doing the course together, and then we'll redo it with my son and redo it with my youngest. And that's all. So if you have any questions about Sonlight, stick it in the comments. I'll try and answer it. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And be blessed. Subscribe if you haven't.